This is Streetbeefs, Scrapyard. We ain't gotta act hard. Sasquatch back, y'all. We flipping like a flashcard. Guns down, gloves up, or shut up. That part. Guns down, gloves up, or shut up. That part. Streetbeefs, Scrapyard. We ain't gotta act hard. Sasquatch back, y'all. We flipping like a flashcard. Guns down, gloves up, or shut up. That part. Guns down, gloves up, or shut up. That part.
Welcome to Scraptalk, and it looks like we got two hosts right now. What's up, Crazy?
Yabba dabba. What's up, Steve? How's it going?
Man, coming fresh off of a fight weekend, right?
Yeah, it was fun.
Pretty good fights, right?
Yeah, it was some entertaining fights for sure. Like a lot of new people, like always.
New fights, but we also had like 4 title fights, which pretty good.
Yeah.
We had like a super heavyweight fight. That one was really good. Some big boys. They pushed all the way to the end. We had
there was the one that was sold. That one. We had a good light heavyweight, like title fight.
Heavyweight?
Lightweight title fight.
Oh, lightweight. Yeah. Is that the classification? I don't know. They're like 115, so I don't know what the correct weight class name. 115 class. I don't know. But yeah,
hey, Steve, am I lagging or are you lagging?
You might be lagging a little bit. My internet should be pretty good. I'm wired, so I shouldn't be lagging at all.
It seems like you're lagging from. I don't know. You're fine now, but like before you're just like frozen but still talking at the same time.
Viking Warrior, what's up?
Look, you showed up.
What's up? What up?
Welcome to the show.
Fix the damn camera, fam.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sideways.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank
There you go.
For the reminder, my friend.
Always.
What's new
You hear
with you,
me?
Viking? Yeah, we can hear
Cool. You hear me? All right, cool. Shit.
Yeah, we good.
Just got off work. Just got done dealing with the
We're
kids.
all running late.
Hell yeah, man. Missed you this weekend.
Yeah, you didn't get to see the fights. Like we had a decent women's fight.
Yep.
I think you froze.
Where's Lynn B at?
You good?
He froze. We don't know.
You hear me? Okay.
Yeah, I can
We
hear
hear
you.
you now.
Yeah.
I got the
Yeah, I was talking
Wi-Fi
about,
going.
the women's fight that we had.
I didn't get to see that
I
on
got
the
my
live.
internet.
Tell me.
Yeah, I think your Wi-Fi is acting a little fishy.
He has to hide in the garage again. You know.
Yeah, I'm about to turn my Wi-Fi off. Fuck you. Hold on.
Okay, just to recap, but let's go over a couple of the fights. I got them right here.
Motherfucker.
What we had last weekend. So we had that's last month. Okay, hold on here. So really good event. There was like I think 23 fights altogether. American Dragon versus Big Kid. That was a pretty good fight. Beto versus Little Spade. Good fight. Chongo versus Black Panther.
Is it better now?
Yeah.
The Chongo versus Black Panther fight
cool.
was kind of let down because, of course, the injury.
So let me know what happened.
Okay. So we
Which
didn't
one?
really know at the time because like we just assumed it was a headbutt, but it wasn't until I actually pulled it up on my computer that I could go frame by frame and see, yes, it was an accidental headbutt. It's unfortunate, you know, we got the blood stopped, but at that point, I don't know. Chongo it was kind of a knockdown, but it was kind of a push down at the same time. So
At the end, yeah, I saw that.
So he just didn't want to continue with it. I don't think he was like, I don't want to put words in his mouth, but like, I don't know.
It seemed like to me, like after the cut, like he just lost all spirit to fight.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
he
yeah.
wanted to
Right.
keep on going, but like the spirit to like keep on going was gone.
Hey,
Yeah.
so we got a special guest tonight. Everybody, if you saw the thumbnail for the Scrap Talk, you see that it is Cheick Kongo. He's waiting patiently in the back. Let's bring him on. Hey,
Hey guys, how you doing?
doing awesome.
Pretty
Right.
good.
How are you?
Really good, thank you. It seems like you guys are ready for the weekend.
Yes, sir.
Or
Wonderful, wonderful.
So,
How's your day going?
Oh, I can't complain. For me, right now I'm in the training camp. I keep preparing another fight, so that's good.
Nice.
okay.
What fight is coming
What
up?
fight are you fight are you training for?
Oh, it's gonna be like a boxing fight in Qatar, June 8th. So,
Nice.
okay.
so it's gonna be a lot of
Well,
scrap.
Yes. Hey, I like that. That's
how
awesome.
did you hear about
Hey,
Street Beef?
Honestly, just like probably like probably some of you guys, probably it used to be like the kind of rumor used to run, saying like what in the backyard, some fight happening, and for me for sure it was through the network. I used to scroll and find out one of the fights, in the backyard, and it was so funny because everything was wide. So straight away when I watched this, it reminded me when I was younger. So like my time, like at 8 years old, 13, 12. Oh, it was just crazy. So then I was like, you know what, you guys, have balls to show up and doesn't have like any skills at some point and just try to fight, try to pretend to be good facing somebody, with knowledge. But that's great. The good thing is, always try to prove yourself, improve yourself as well, and try to say, to say and bring that motivation to say yes, I can do it.
facts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We feel you on that. So what got you into fighting?
Me, oof, you know what?
Yeah.
It seems like I used to get that into my vein. So I was just tired, with the collective sport, like a team sport, like a soccer, handball, volleyball. Because all the time, when we used to lose, it was always the fault of someone. Nobody
Yeah.
able to defend, to sweat like the whole team, and I was so pissed off because at the end I was always kicking some butts of my partners, and the guys were like, "No, you know what, you're too wide." So I was like, "You know what, fuck off." So
Yeah.
straight away I was like, you know what, I like to fight, but at some point, if I do something like this, on my own, I don't have to blame anyone. The blame will be on me.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree. I tell my son that all the time. I'm like, hey, sometimes I feel like you're an individual sport guy,
Yeah.
because he likes to win. He doesn't like to lose.
Oh yes.
So, you can control that. Then that's cool.
Yeah. No, that's the path I took, and then when I realized I was qualified and have a lot of like great skills to compete, at the high level, I was like, you know what, let's do it. We'll see the way it goes, but just do your best, and here we
Yep.
go.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what martial arts do you like the most?
You
Are
know
you
what?
more stand up?
You know what? Everything. I like wrestling. I like striking. You know, technically, with everything, with all those phases, I like the combo. I like the way to neutralize anyone's. If I have to strike or wrestle, that's what I like the most. So, and also it's just for the beauty of the sport.
Facts.
Technically, I'm just like the guys who always enjoy the beauty of everything. The women's, I don't care if I have to date her, but as soon as I can feel the beauty, the curve, the state of mind, or the beautiful car, what they have in engine and stuff like this.
Yeah.
that's the thing who make me passionate for this. So
Okay.
and it goes the same with the sports, because any sport have skills, have a different way to handle, situation, and I like it. I really like it. Everything is different, but everything goes for sure with the your style, but it's always beauty.
Nice.
Feel that. Yeah.
Firechicken, you got some questions?
Um. Yeah. Man. So you've been through the UFC, Bellator, had a crazy career and still going, right?
Yeah.
Man, what's your biggest moment out of all of it?
Honestly, they were all my moments. Win or lose, always the same, because you always learn. When you lose, and even better when you win. So technically, everything used to bring the confidence, the way to analyze, to be able to be a better person, better fighters, and that's what it is. I can't. I don't have any type of moment, especially at the spot during the spotlight, to say that moment was better, because they're all the same. I think, to me, the way I used to uh, protect myself in those situations was during the training. When I used to when
Nice.
I train as part with different guys, those guys used to put me in situations I wasn't able to come back on in, in any directions. And when you perform in the best of yourself during those moments, it seems like, even, I mean, some fighters, you guys, you can put the highlight in that, because you're just like, wow, if I'm finding the way I used to train, wow, it's gonna be massive.
Hmm.
Yeah, I agree, and that's why I tell other fighters that you have to train. It's not really train for your opponent. Yeah, you have to do that, but at the same time, you have to make sure you're training to your best ability. You know what I'm saying? That's how the best of you is gonna show. On fight day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep. You
And
mean
you,
like oh, sorry.
sorry, yeah, you guys. So the thing is, I mean, for sure, I mean, your path to me is that far, but what kind of excitement, desire it bring to you to fight? You know?
Yeah, for me personally, I've been a fan since I was a little kid. I grew up, watching boxing and I watched the early days of UFC and MMA when Babalu was my first fighter that I saw fight, and I was like, whoa, man, I like this. I want to start to learn how to do MMA.
Yes.
And yeah, that was my first, really interaction to MMA. And then after that, I didn't really get into MMA until I was 21. But
Yes.
when I started fighting, I fell in love with it, and I never stopped. Man, my first fight I lost, but I trained myself. My first 10 fights in MMA, I went 3-7 for training myself. So I was, like you said, like it makes you proud. It makes you, determined, by the hard work and dedication that you put into your craft.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy.
I have one question. So I was watching one of your fights and between Pat Pat Barry
Very.
and like it seemed like yeah Pat Barry. It seemed like you were close to losing that fight, and I was just wondering, and like you're close to losing that fight, but you, of course, not. You're close to losing that fight, but of course you turned it around, and I was wondering what was going through your mind at that moment.
So technically, I mean, for sure, I used to get the blackout when I used to get dropped. And when I've been touched with my knees, the canvas, I be reactivate it. And for sure, no matter what, in those situations, you always have the referee used to talk to you. That's the kind of detail, most of the time, all the spectator doesn't see or hear. The referee
Yeah.
always, yeah, are you okay? Can you move? Can you do something? And I used to be reactive and reply to the referee saying like, yes, I'm here. For sure. The thing is, during the fight, my vision was getting narrow to narrow, more
Yeah.
more. But for sure, my brain, my concentration, and also my physique, my conscience was there. After the moment when I used
Okay.
to crawl and try to move and do my best, even if I get touched 2 3 times before I stand up, I was there. And for sure, since that moment, I still remember, every second of the fight, what's happening, even during the blackout. So that's it could be weird, but that's the kind of experience, some people will feel, in afterlife.
I got to say that
Yeah.
that comeback in that fight is the greatest comeback I have ever seen in any fight. Like that. That's the one I think of when I think of comebacks.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That showed your greatness, that showed how dominant you are as a fighter, and how, your how willing you were to keep going on, even though, your body was a little compromised.
No, sure. To me, it was a great comeback, not especially from the blow from Pat Barry. Before, I used to spend like a year, less than a year on the rehab because I broke my vertebrae. So for sure, when I picked the fight, I was just ending my rehabilitation, and was wondering and thinking if I can make the fight in a good situation, good condition, if I was still strong to make it. So it was a lot of question, and I was also skeptical. But technically, my that comeback is not specially coming back from the situation, but you just coming back to life, because technically I was supposed to be retired at that moment. Supposed to get a few surgeries to limited me definitely, and from a good therapy, I came back. So technically, it was just the return of the rebirth of the phoenix. So that's why.
Nice.
Well,
Nice.
I can't get. I can't give up. I'm there because also technically I was better than Pat Barry.
Yeah.
We can make the
Are
fight 10 times. For sure he had the skills. He surprised me, getting closer to me, and then tried the best to shoot me. But I was like, no, I have to come back because I'm better. So for sure, it was a big struggle, but yes, I made it, and I'm really happy for that.
are
Yes. Are you
are you
thankful?
Oh, I was
Go ahead.
gonna say the same thing. Go ahead, Viking.
Are you thankful for the ref for not stopping it when you was wobbly?
Huh?
Yeah, you thankful for the ref for not stopping it early when you was a little wobbly?
Definitely, definitely. And the thing is, you know what? Also, during that situation, first of all, I can thank Dan Magliata, but also that's his job. That's his job
Yeah.
to
Mhm.
realize and pick the right decision to stop the fight. Because right now, so many referee made the mistakes.
Yeah.
With observers, they don't want to struggle with anything. Because they have the politic of first of all of the UFC. They have the politic as well of Dana White, and the politic of the spectator. So if he doesn't do the right job, three of those people gonna get after him. So and
Yes.
of them, they just like, okay, what to do, what to do, what to do. Okay, you know what? I won't take any risk. As soon as he's getting dangerous, especially right now, we stop the. That's what it is. But technically, as long as the fighter used to reply, to the referee about the command, and you still present during the fight, yes, you keep going. But some of them doesn't want to take the risk, or for some reason they have some favorite. They're just like, oh, you know what, I like that fighter, so I will go in this favor. But if I don't like him, fuck him. I will stop the fight straight away. And some referee act like this. So I won't say that Magliata was or is my friend, but for sure he had a really good interaction with all the fighters. He's someone neutral. When he does, yeah, when he does
Quick about that, about this weekend.
Yeah.
Just wanted to apologize
Um,
about
hey,
Interesting.
can somebody mute? There we go. Okay.
yeah,
Welcome to the chat. This is LB3. This is our other host. How you doing today?
What's up, guys? Sorry I couldn't.
What's up,
I
bro?
had a hard time getting it on my phone. Yeah.
Having a little,
Check.
having a
Yeah.
little trouble hearing you, I
Glad to
think.
have you on.
So this is Lynn B. Hicks. He's part of the promotion where he does a lot to help out Firechicken, and he does a lot for the fighters and stuff. And he's the man. So
Yep.
that's Lynn B.
Sponsoring us, helping
Right
us
on.
with a lot of stuff. So, oh, let's see. What was it like to train with Rampage Jackson?
It's crazy because he had this ability to follow the schedule. You know, when they have the game plan strategy, he respects everything. He works on crazy on his weakness and try to respect the game plan. And he's just like methodical. He's just like a surgeon. You know, he doesn't leave anything on the side. And on top of it, he's a really good friend. So, you know,
Nice.
I can't complain about that, except when he's going crazy. You know, when he gets low, and he's be like, "What the heck? What's going on with you guys?" So sometimes,
Yeah.
you know, he become again Rampage. So, but otherwise, you know, no, he's a really good human being. I've been around him now. It's been like 15, around 15 years, and to me, being in America is just like a blessing having him in some people around.
Nice. Do you got any crazy stories?
Technically,
Give us one. Give us one.
the crazy story. I mean, I have a lot, but it will depend. It will depend the way it goes, because for sure, you know, the thing is, technically, especially for the situation for the guys I am today, you know, technically the fact to deny and to turn back those offers could be crazy for some people. But okay, so just to say something funny and great, because also good brother, good friend will do that just to cheer you up. But
Yeah.
okay, so the thing is, we were on training camp in Vegas, and I was totally messed up as hell. Like, my mood was so down, and what he did, he went to the club. He went to the strip club or something like this. He met some strippers, and he used to bring some strippers at the house just to cheer me up. Just like, okay,
Yeah. That's a good friend. That's a good
Yeah,
friend
no.
for real.
And he wasn't like 2 or 3 girls. He was like at least 5, 6 girls, and they were like, I was sleeping, and they opened the door. I was like, what the heck? What's going on? And the girls jump on my bed and be crazy. What the heck? Come on. I'm fine.
Hey, that's the best way to wake up.
Oh yeah, but I was okay. I can't do anything, and I won't do anything because even we're on training camp. But the thing is, when he does that, and also the different things like on proposal, when the funny part of this is, he always the guys to put yourself at the second or the third place when you welcome people into this place. Just like, okay, so he's a king. He has his throne. He has his bed, whatever, you know. Everything is for him. But he will put himself as the third person to say, okay, you know what, everything first for you, and if I got something left, I will take it. Otherwise,
Yeah.
I will go back to the store to get something about the thing I need. So that's from
Yeah.
that's Quinton, you know.
Yeah. I could tell that he's one of those guys that, you know, try to ease the stress. You know, if somebody's stressing on a situation, or the situation might be a little tense, he's
Yeah.
a guy that ease it up.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Even at some point, I don't know if you think about that, because those things come so naturally. You know, he doesn't care about technically about the stress. What he wants is just like, hey, you know what, you spend a bad day, and right now is another day. So he's
Yeah.
technically not the hours. For sure, the hours of the minute pass is another day for him. So it's like, think about something else. That technically life is too short, to go crazy on different situations. And no matter what you're crossing, everything can get fixed. So
Facts. I got a quick question. For upcoming, you let these upcoming fighters know. For upcoming fighters that want to participate in MMA or boxing or kickboxing, what do you suggest for them?
the thing is technically making sure you have the right equipment, and no matter what, when you go in that situations, having the right partners, because also technically it's great to learn to exchange and prove you can land and receive some blow, but technically you have to be smart.
Yeah.
For sure. Everybody can receive or give a punch, but you have to be really methodical, because that's the things when you want to last longer. Because for sure, some guys just want to prove that they are tough, but it's not about the fact to be tough. It's the way to save yourself, to preserve yourself.
Yeah.
Me today, okay, I will turn 49. If I'm still under the blessing of God, and today, being away from those trouble, like from drugs, and having like a healthy life, for sure, I made some war, but even those war give me the ability to preserve myself, and also on the side having like the right treatment as a physical therapy to maintain my person, my body. That's the thing, will give me the ability to keep pushing, during those years. And for sure, for you guys, that's what I wish. It's not about
Yeah.
it's not the fact to think right now, but you have to think about tomorrow and the next day, the next year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not it's a race, but you have to think as a marathon. The last you perform, and get better and confidence, better you will be. Because if you get at my age,
Facts.
always complaining about injuries, arthritis and stuff like that, technically you fucked. And for sure, the great thing is, if you get successful with the money, but most of the money will get back to the therapy. So, and that's bad, because you're gonna deal
Yeah.
Yeah.
with the pains. You're gonna drugs yourself with whatever you will see on your way. So, and it is not good. For
Yeah.
sure. Today, technically, I'm not dealing with any pain. I've been really lucky with that, and also I wish you that the same, because for sure, America is a great opportunity to for the American dream. But if you do it wrong, it's gonna be a American nightmare.
Yeah.
Facts.
Fact. That's a
That's
good
the
way.
truth.
I got a question. So I was reading up that you used to train with Anderson Silva and Vanderlei Silva.
No, I didn't. So that's probably some fake
Uh
information. So I used to see them. I would say the last 7 years I was around, but I never trained with them.
okay.
Yes.
Internet always giving out false information. Damn it.
So you being a fighter, but I know you're a fan too. Tell me who's your favorite fighter growing up or now?
Oh,
Technically, my favorite fighter, I don't think it will be bad, but I didn't have any favorite fighter. I should say, but the
I
favorite
mean,
fighter.
who influenced you the most?
Oh, it was like the guys from my age, probably Bruce. I won't say probably, but for sure Bruce Lee, and also PlayStation on Tekken. There, it
Nice.
was a,
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
was a character, Brian and Yoshimitsu. When I used to
Yeah.
see them,
Yeah.
or even King with the wrestling, with the catch wrestling, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
want to do that. And the thing is, I mean, I used to do that in my in the hall of the building with guys, or when I was at the wrestling. But
Yeah.
never get the ability to do some projections like that to during the fight. But for sure, during the street fight, yes, everything was allowed. So some guys used to pay the price, but unfortunately, nothing used to be recorded in that way. And then I put myself uh, in a professional fight and avoiding like some irregularity. So at some point it was good, but for sure, like also as a physical person, back then was one of the character I used to like as well. Also with Marco Ruas. That's a really old school.
Oh, nice. And did you do amateur fighting before you went professional?
So I have a question.
Yeah, no, I did. I probably did one fight, but it was just to check the skills. But I was already the funny part of this is I was fighting as in MMA, and when I started to do Muay Thai, they wanted to see my ability to fight, if I had the right reflex and if I was good to go for the Class A. Class A means pro fighters. So I did one fight in Class B or C. They were like, oh no, the guy he's out of the ring, so you have to go straight away to the as a professional. Yeah,
Nice. That's
did-
pretty awesome. I didn't know that about you.
yeah, I did once, but straight away when I used to fight, I was already proposed to as a pro fighter.
Nice. And what age was that?
Sorry,
What age were you when you
Oh.
pursued that?
I was 20 years old. Yeah,
Nice. That's awesome. That gives a lot of these younger fighters good hope, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people try to push fighters into the amateur circuit before going to pro.
yes.
And I try to let people know it's very good for experience, but at the same time, it's all about your ability. So, if you feel like, you can compete with the best, then always put yourself against the best,
No,
But
definitely.
go
The
ahead.
thing, of course, during that times, and also that's where the concept of the beef scrap, take the sense. Was I used to fight in the street, not just to prove who I was, but I always had to defend myself, to defend some friend of mine, and or and during that times I used to see the comportment, the vibes, the behaving about myself and my opponent, and the way that people used to move. So it was the kind of reading of the reading of the body, and
Yeah.
I get that when I used to perform as a pro fighter, that kind of uh, detail helped me a lot, even till today, because sometimes, I mean, not sometimes, but most of the time, I don't need especially to watch the tape of the previous tape of my opponent. Just the fact to see the way they used to be built physically, the way they walk, the way they shake your hand, and the way they
Yeah.
used to be yes, just the way as well too. About the attitude, you already know the best part of the guys, what they can,
Yeah.
what they can do and what they cannot do.
Yes. And range fighting, distance and stuff, that always
Yes,
helps, when you know that.
yes.
Yeah.
Crazy. You got a question?
My question was, what was your most memorable fight?
Memorable, I should
Like, out of
say.
all your fights that you had, what was your most memorable?
I mean, technically, just as a kid, because for me, and probably for you guys, um, the fact to fight somebody older was always like, yeah, you know what? I'm just like, okay, I'm 10 years old, and I fought the 18 years old guys, or the 20
Yeah.
years, and I fuck him up, and it was like, yes. So right now, that's the reverse, because I can see you guys like young blood, ready to go to prove, you can shock the world, and okay, just like thinking like, hey, look at the guys is a trophy. We need to get him on the wall, and then now,
Yeah.
fuck. You guys try fuck me over just to put me on the wall. No.
Yeah, I feel it. I
So,
feel it.
yeah. So technically, that's the kind of stuff I fight for because I refuse to be the dinosaur put on your wall. But to me,
I agree.
that was my satisfaction. Always to fight other people and fuck them all.
Yeah, I
Nice.
feel that.
Yep.
Quick last question for me. What organization have you fought for that you like the most? That was the most pleasant.
Honestly, I should say before the Stardust. When I'm talking about the Stardust, it's about like a UFC and Bellator because before those guys, I mean, all those companies use you. Some of those companies, of course, have a big respect of you, but the others doesn't care. They just want to use you as a piece of piece of meat and
Entertainment. Yeah.
put you in any kind of trouble as long as he serve the interest. The rest doesn't have any importance. But I should say, like the Japanese organization relay in Amsterdam, in Netherlands, was really good. Also at the time, UFC Russia was really good as well. And also some companies, some promotion fights in East Country was good too, like Muay Thai. Yes, technically it was the best time for sure. After that, UFC and Bellator bring another level because I was then with them. I had no chance to stay anonymous, so I was like well known almost everywhere I go, especially right now with the Pat Barry fight. But technically, the fight before was great because there is a really good character and um, a better love than what it is today. Because today, for sure, it's just business. The guys put you in there, uh, good performance or not, they kick you out. You know.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. I had a question
Yeah.
for you, real quick. Now, where are you originally from?
I'm French.
You're
I'm
French.
technically I'm the first generation from my parents, born
Yeah.
and raised. Yeah.
How hard is it now? I get a lot of guys that message me from overseas. I got guys that message me from anywhere from Kenya to Australia, and they message me and they're like, "Hey man, I need help getting into the States. I want to fight. I've been training. I have a record of an amateur. How do I get over to America?" Now, for you, what would you suggest to say to those kind of guys? Because they have a hard time.
No, of course, but the problem is always the same. Technically, I should say I was really lucky because I never expect to come in America to fight. Everything used to come naturally. So I was just really good in the business to be called by UFC, come to perform. But today, and also during that times, the tank, the fire tank wasn't that big. Today, it's just like it's a big stuff. Everybody want to be a singer. Everybody want to be an actor. Everybody want to be a fighter. And the problem is they have to perform around where they at because that's gonna be the business card. The most they're gonna fight, and if they get lucky, some of the big promotions gonna pick them. If not, they will still have the ability and the concern to keep showing who they are by
Yeah.
fighting. Because everybody want to come and fight, but nobody have the ability to perform in a good way. Also, you have also the issue with the guys being like pretending to be great, using as well like steroids, no matter what, everywhere. So
Mm.
and those things doesn't help.
Yeah.
And at some point they still have the Stardust, thinking like, okay, you know what, America will be the best deal. But there are also some good promotions where they are in Europe. They have also good one, for sure that it's not Bellator, it's not UFC or PFL, but also you have the option with the One FC, with the KSW or the Octagon. So that's what it is, because everything gets so focused and concentrate in America, thinking like, you know what, if you're doing good, just reminding the success story of McGregor or Francis Ngannou, thinking it doesn't just have those words in the mouth, thinking like, oh, you know what, I can be someone. But
Yeah.
the thing is, just be who you are in the right way. Try to be good for what you're doing, where you at, and for sure you won't have any issue to come and reach the high level, because when you're really good, the high level come to you.
Nice.
Facts.
Nice.
Sometimes for sure you have to kick a little bit or get around, but technically that's what I used to learn. You know, when you have the really good products, you know, just like the diamond, hopefully, you know, it won't be too late to come to get you, but you know, that's what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Nice, because like I said, I get reach out to me and I feel a little heartbroken because in certain parts of the country where it's poverty and they don't have the money, they don't have the finances, and they don't have the training. So they're either they're doing this stuff at home, they're doing it in the backyard, they're doing it in areas, and it just watching them and reaching out to me, and it's just like, how can I help, right? And
Yeah.
here
No,
not easy when you're someone like me. I mean, I want to help, but I'm not at that platform. So seeing it's just really hard. But that's really good advice, because I think there's a lot of people out there that need to hear that are in other countries that are trying to get over to America to fight. And
yeah.
just be patient. I'm hearing it. Just be patient. Just keep doing your thing, and it'll come to you.
Oh yes. The thing is, I mean, even if I have to remind myself about the way I used to get in board, you know, it was just funny because also at some point, I'm not the kind of guy to trash talk people, but I was just like just annoying to see some guys uh, having the audience, and I was like, you know what, I have to say something. But then I was like, I start to do this probably like 2 times, and then I was like, you know what, it's not my word. So just keep working, you know, keep working in the right way. It's gonna be hard. And the funny part of this was, I was just good for what I was doing. Everything came through. And even at some point, people used to be like, we used to complain because they were like, why you and not me? I mean, technically, I don't know, but when I used to get in the show, I give the best. I give the best about my ability. And I used to, you know, to blow people's mind for who I was. And then I came in UFC. I was just like, fuck. And the guys was like, okay, you know, you're in the UFC, you have the ability to be in UFC or K1. What did you choose? And I chose UFC because of about the exposition. And I was like, okay, now I have to be crazy about that. So the funny part of this was I tried to give the best, try to finish my deal in before 1 year, because I have the K1 on the side. And when I realized K1 wasn't good enough to give me the best opportunity, I stayed with the UFC,
Yeah.
you know.
Nice.
But the thing is, was just do the best. Do the best. You know, I always used to push myself because I used to face issues with some promotion in Europe. People wasn't that fair. You know, my opponent using like bad stuff to upgrade the skill and quality. So, and I was like, okay, as I'm not the kind of guy, so I have to show I will be resilient and I will be the good deal facing them. And it's probably as well with that, you know, make a difference for sure. People love to get the knockouts or to get the really good scrap, you know, with when they used to brawl. So, and it was something like this, especially at the time, it was just like wide, you know, try to prove, you know, you won't be the next victim, and telling people, you know, you the good deal, you know, you the real deal for that. And no matter what's happening, you know, people will remind you for who you are. So,
Yeah.
but today, like, the difference with all those fighters, you know, you always have to bring something special, especially when you're really quiet, like I was, you know, just like you. Okay, so you have to have a good physique. You have to be actually aggressive during the fight and make the difference. So technically, technically also I was kind of lucky because I used to reach the top 10 and the top 5 during my pride, so my prime, sorry. So yes, and during the time also it was really tough because the rank was really hard with those fighters. So
Yeah.
so at the time I was just like, oh, you know what? I had a really good run. So unfortunately, I didn't beat the champ. I was a champ in different organization, not in the main one, but I did my best.
Yeah. No, we appreciate your career, man. You definitely showed out for the fans, and you definitely made yourself and your family proud, man.
Oh, thank you.
Keep up
But
the great work.
now I reverse the role because now that's your turn. Even if you have
Yeah.
coming, but now my eyes is on you on the promotion.
Yes, sir.
My love and support no matter what. So the thing is, as soon as I see the the video, I will repost that and having like a good laugh. And most of the time, I'm just crying because I know what it takes to be there, even win or lose. And honestly, it's just difficult because uh, it's always awesome, especially with the fight or the post is quite of really aggressive and brutal. So at the point, it's just like ay 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 ay. I
Yeah.
I always imagine. I don't want to imagine, the feeling of the guys in the win or the loss because it's just brutal. It's just brutal. Especially the knockout, like some guys used to get the right away, the bar, the bones in the mouth, bam, with the high kick, or
Yeah.
Yeah.
or some punches. The guys, and you feel it because when you hear the sounds of oh shoot. Even me, the thing is, I never used to see that at some of my fight. So now seeing that in yours, I was like, shoo, whoa, 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 whoa. You guys are crazy.
Yeah.
Oh
So
yeah.
when do you think you're gonna be done with fighting?
Where to you guys?
No, you.
No,
Oh,
you retire.
me. Technically, I don't know. Honestly, I mean, especially on the June 8th for at Qatar to Doha, it's gonna be like a good deal. So after that, the thing also, I was just thinking about bringing some guys like a kind of Rampage or different guys. Say, okay, you know what? Let's go to the beef scrap and just do some shit over there.
Yeah.
We'd be like, so
Hey,
We
you're
would
more than
love that.
welcome. We would
Yes.
love it.
Yeah, that would be super awesome.
I can give you
So,
like our full schedule for the next year, and you
yep.
guys are welcome anytime. We would love to have you.
Thank you, thank you.
I have another question.
Yeah, we'll stop by for sure.
So
That's what's up.
Could you tell us more about your connections with Rampage?
Sorry.
Could you tell us your connection about your connections with could
So
you tell us more about your connection with Rampage?
yeah, so the thing is, I used to meet Rampage years ago in 2006 or 2005 during the K1 tryouts in Vegas. He was at the Mirage Hotel, and then I was like, yeah, you know what? So you should come to France to train, and we used to exchange a few words. But at that moment, he used to see so many people around, and for sure, he didn't recognize me he didn't that much pay attention. For sure, he was like the brother talking to him, giving him some tips, but nothing serious to put him in the situation to think about. Okay, he's getting serious, so I will think about it. And then a few years later, a couple of years later, or it was probably in 2008 during this fight for his preparation against Chuck Liddell. My manager was like, "Hey, you know what, Cheik? So I used to get the offer to go to Big Bear, train Rampage for his fight." I was like, "Really?" He said, "Yeah." And technically, the connections came from that. I've been there to Big Bear to help him out, and he was just like another one. He was the kind of person I used to describe from the beginning. Really, really kind, simple, down on earth. And I was like, even he's just like he likes the bling bling, and he likes the crowd around, but he's he was something else, and he is something else. And then since that moment, we've been connected till now. Even though right now I'm in Texas, he's still in California, and at some point we're just messing around because it seems like the presence of each other, is not there. So we have to remind that, no matter what, by jokes or teasing each other. Push it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's awesome.
All right. You guys got any more questions for our
So I
guest?
think we're gonna wrap it up. Then we're gonna let you go, Mr. Kongo.
Thank you
Thank you so much for joining in on our show, man. It was an honor, truly.
No, that's me, the honor to have to been present and to be a part of the show. So not even for me, not easy. I should say I'm the kind of I should say like a silent guy.
Yeah.
So, but thank you,
We
guys.
definitely we appreciate your time, man, and your conversation, man.
Yeah, thank you so much.
So you guys be I wish you all the success for the show, for you as a fighter, guys. Stay away from the trouble, give the best, and what should I say? Never leave your second wife, the sport.
Nice. Thank you for the advice, champ. Thank you
so much.
Yeah.
Hope to see you at the Scrapyard.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
Wow.
Hey, that was a dope
Diesel,
interview.
are you breathing in the mic?
Huh?
I think Diesel's breathing in the mic. Like, y'all don't hear that shit?
Oh, no.
It was just in the background, just
heavy breathing in the background.
So yeah, let's just jump into it. Let me hit. I'm gonna hit my Viking Warrior of the month real quick, cause I only got another 20 minutes. I gotta go pick up the kids. But yes, sir. Viking Warrior, baby, that's me. Let's go. Viking Warrior. Lights out. Okay, we can go with that. That sounds good. That wasn't my choice, but hey, he fought Razor. I watched that fight.
Oh,
it was a good fight. I watched it on the live stream.
Yeah,
and I feel like Lights Out is a really. Go ahead.
No, you go. Yeah. I was just wondering who picked him because, yeah.
It wasn't me, but I'll go with it. I fuck with Lights Out. I fuck with him. But yeah, Lights Out. He did a great job. He fought hard. He fought somebody that is still, learning the game, but definitely, it was a good competitor, good competitive match, and he definitely earns the right to be called, Viking Warriors, fight of the month. But I also want to give a shout out to what's the guy's name, Steve? When I knocked out
Santa. Let me get that. I got this right up here.
Because that knockout was vicious.
Was the overhand right?
That was the Kaiju versus
Kaiju.
No, Kaiju
who's the dude?
Sano.
Kaiju got knocked out. Sano.
Yeah,
shout out Sano, man. If you watching, man, props, man. Keep up the good work. That was a good knockout.
Knockout was vicious.
It
was entertaining.
Honestly, in that fight, I did not expect to see that. Watching them and how they were fighting each other, right? That knockout was so unexpected. It was a knockout that when he hit him, He hit him right on the button. Like I'm talking, that chin was there, and I just you just don't get those good shots like that. And to see that was pretty amazing. So yeah, shout out to him for that. That was pretty amazing.
He dropped like a bag of rice.
He did,
like,
bro. He dropped on his face. I was like, face
Facts.
plant.
Facts.
We don't get a lot of that.
For real.
That was a knockout today.
But you know,
for sure.
not to take it from Kaiju, but I've now seen Kaiju fight a few fights, and he does kind of leave himself a little exposed, and I don't think that he is as prepared for those kind of shots. Because his defense, I think he just leaves himself a little exposed. And so, you know, I think his opponent, the guy that knocked him out, was his name Santo again?
Sano.
Yeah, he just timed it perfect, bro. I mean, he saw the opening and he just shot that shot, and it was just perfect shot. It was perfect timing.
Facts. It was nice. Hey, shout out everybody watching DDP, Free Smoke, Scorpio, all the West Coast guys. Appreciate y'all, man. It's all love.
Yeah. But Viking Warrior fighter, the fighter of the month though, Lights Out. I love Lights Out. I love watching him. And you never know what to expect. You never know what opponent he's gonna have, because dude just gets in to fight anybody, whether they're new beginners or they're veterans, and invites. And Lights Out does do a phenomenal job with just making sure that he composes his energy long enough and that he keeps away. Because if you notice, he doesn't actually stay inside. He always kind of keeps himself at a little bit of a distance, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Back to Lights Out, man. He looked really good in his fight. He looked to be using a lot of really good head movement, and I mean, I know that Razor tried to test himself on this fight, which was cool.
It seemed like that whole fight, Razor wasn't throwing nothing. Like I sparred at Razor not too long ago.
He was throwing a sparring pace, which I mean, you could see Lights Out's throwing hard. So
I don't know, like even that, like I sparred at Razor like not too long ago, and like he was doing a whole lot better in my spar against him than he was in that fight. It seemed like he was fighting scared because like he knows Lights Out's record, and like he knows Lights Out fights a lot of people, so like he's fighting scared. That's how it seemed to me.
Yeah, and it's always true. I think this is what it is with Lights Out too. Sometimes his opponents underestimate the volume of punches that he will throw, and so I think that what happens is it's like maybe when you sparred with Razor, you might have been, giving him the patience, but not really, throwing that volume. Where with Lights Out, I think you just don't know what to expect, and you just don't want. I don't know anybody that wants to get to lose to the guy. And so if you think that you're a good fighter, or you're growing like Razor's growing, he's getting better, it could be kind of intimidating, not just because of what his ability is, but also just because you can get snuck with a cold punch by Lights Out and it's unexpected. And that can be a little scary.
Yeah. Another one was Maliko Goon versus Dynamic Duran. So Dynamic Duran was 3-0. He trains with El Guanaco, which El Guanaco, by the way, had he fought Collywood, another great matchup. But Maliko Goon, we finally were able to find him a match and get him to fight out here again. So that one was really, really great. Man, I don't know. I'm just going through all the different fights, and there were so many good ones.
Yeah, that Lagoon fight was pretty nice. Like it seemed like it was going to be a clear win for Lagoon. Like he was landing some mean ass shots, but like the fucking what's our guy's name?
Dynamic Duran.
Yeah, Dynamic Duran. Like he stuck in there. He showed heart. Like he was eating those shots and throwing some of his own. Like that was a good ass fight. Like a good classic boxing match.
Yeah.
Right. It was very competitive, man. 2 knockdowns and the dude didn't quit, man. He kept fighting,
Yeah, he survived.
That was really good.
And that's the thing about fighting Malik Ogun, is that Malik is always looking for that one big punch that's coming from you don't know where. I'm talking that dude, he wails from his back shoulder blade almost. Like he's bringing that punch all the way across. and it's a powerful thing, and you don't want to get hit with it. It's kind of like, man, dude, and to have him come back, like you said, to get knocked down, keep persisting, keep coming back. That's not hard. That's not easy to do when you're in there with Malik, with Ogun.
Nah.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah, especially like when he first started at the Scrapyard, he was knocking so many people out, Really, King Kai was the only one that, he stepped up and gave him his toughest competition he ever had. We had that one dude from Friday Night Fades come out too that gave Malik a good fight. But King Kai, definitely, that trilogy between those two.
Yeah, they had the best matches.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
it was so competitive.
But those
And
fights
for
with
3
King Kai,
fights and not get hit with one of those shots, like that was
Right.
impressive by King Kai. Not get knocked out or get dropped. He didn't even get dropped. He never been dropped, right,
Yeah.
by him?
No, but it's also impressive that when you take Malik Ogun against King Kai, those were the matches that we actually really got to see the growth of Malik Ogun, because Malik would just throw those haymakers in the beginning, and now that he's getting training and he's boxing, he's getting more movement, he's dipping down, he's doing the Mike Tyson rolls.
Throwing the jab,
you're throwing the jab, you're seeing more out of him. So his punches are more deliberate and more, I think, coming from a skill set versus than before. It was throw the haymaker, hopefully I can knock this dude out. And he was doing that in the beginning. Now he's a little bit more reserved. We're seeing him use more skill. I think that's what we're seeing in Malik Ogun.
Yeah,
facts.
I'm sure we can attribute it to his coach too, Jermaine White. I also noticed a big change in Lights Out's fighting. Once he started training with Jermaine, he went from just a full-on attack to actually, showing some head movement and rolling under stuff and not just going forward, 100% of the time. But I think training something that definitely could really help a lot of people out.
Yeah.
It's great to see. It's great to see that out the Scrapyard when
Right.
doing that.
Speaking of Real Lion just tapped in. He said, "Fire, Lights Out." I wanted to shout out him, Real Lion, because on my end of the field, I've been a little absent from the Benavides, but Real Lion Hunter is really doing his thing over there, sparring with some of those big guys over there. And
baby Pacheco, I seen that.
Yeah, he's been a force to be reckoned with, and he's actually on their radar now, where it's like, is this the next prospect? And I'm hearing some great things about Real Lion. So, dude, I know that you've been trying to tap in with me, but I want to say, congratulations on your training, and sky's the limit as long as you stick with it, man.
Yep.
And you guys heard from Cheick Kongo, you don't have to, fight amateur a bunch of fights, you could turn pro if you ready, if you feel like you're ready, if you put in the work and dedicate yourself to it, y'all could do it. Anybody could do it,
Yeah, good point, Viking.
Yeah. But moving on for fight, the Hollywood fight, that was wild.
Well, even
Hollywood is tough as hell. I'm gonna say that. Like that kid, dude.
Steve, watching him in that fight was a different Hollywood from the last month, because Hollywood's foot movement in this and him stepping in and out and him using the ring was so much better.
Mm-hmm.
It was 100% better. He normally doesn't have that footwork. He does rely on the big shots, and he does rely on a little bit of his defense. But this time I saw him actually moving, and he was in and out, and he was he was fighting like a little boxer as a big man.
Yeah.
El Guanaco is a tough opponent just in itself, right? But I think that was huge for him to step up in that way. Now he can actually, I think, grow from that and get better.
Yeah, dude, El Guanaco is another one there. Like, he came out and trained with him, Chongo, Dynamic Duran. They all came out. Like, they asked me, they're like, hey, can we come out and train? It's like 9 o'clock on a Monday, 9 o'clock in the morning on a Monday. And we're like, yeah, okay. And so we had this nice training session, but I got a chance to really get some rounds in with El Guanaco. Dude is very technical. It's like trying to solve a puzzle boxing that guy. you know, and I really enjoyed boxing with him. And also, Chongo was a lot of fun to box with too, you know. But Dynamic Duran, I knew ahead of time, like I knew he packed some skills, and I thought that could be a good one for Malik.
Yeah. When you spar El Guanaco, though, I think my question would be is what do you think about the power that he puts behind his punch? Because I think I look at him and I'm like, that dude,
if
get you
if
a
he's
shot,
being a
it's
good
over.
sparring partner, he's not trying to kill you. So I realized that, you know, obviously, like if dude wanted to take me out, like really he could. But
yeah,
at
he
the
got a
same
good
time,
right hand. I like
yeah.
his right hand.
At the same time, though, like he's working with me and I'm working with him, and we're playing chess with each other. And I feel like we got a lot out of that. And
Yeah.
you know, he wouldn't have got anything out of just going in there and like beating the shit out of me, you know, like
Yeah.
I mean,
Facts.
I wouldn't have got anything out of it for sure.
Facts. That's what's up. I need to get some work with him too.
Yeah.
I'm
dude.
excited for this BKFC shit. We could talk about that real quick.
Yeah, let's
Who's
talk
all
been-
going
about
for
it.
that?
'Cause
Let's
I didn't
talk
put
about
that on
that.
the agenda, and I should have. And I'm thinking I wanted to hear about this myself because it's coming up.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been getting ready, man. I've been getting ready. I'm
Wow.
excited for the tryout.
Did you get your letter back?
Oh, you know it. Of
Okay,
course.
good. So I got a list of people that's signed up to go down. And La Reina, Ruckus, Spider Monkey, Busta Nutting, Buddy V, Hostility, John Eds 33, El Guanaco, Flex, and Viking Warrior. Unless I forgot somebody, that's everybody that's signed up.
Nice.
And I'm not sure who all got letters back, but regardless, we're all going to go down. We're all going to meet up. And Buddy V and I are doing some shirts for you guys.
Nice.
So you guys can represent
Thank
the
you for that.
when you're down there. Chris,
what is the date? What is the date again?
April 6th,
April 6th down in Portland.
1 p.m.
Awesome. I just wanted to say to the guys, if you're watching that are going and that have gotten their paperwork done and their things back, stick with it. Don't back out. I don't care what goes on, because sometimes we get guys that are going to do things and they start getting to that paranoia point, or they start wondering who their damn opponents are, and all of a sudden they're backing out of
Gonna be a
stuff.
monster.
Man,
Well, it's
stick
not
with
even-
it. Go get it and go fucking fight.
I don't even.
Yeah.
It's not a fight event. It's
No,
just
it's a tryout.
They're
So you
gonna
go out there and
evaluate-
show your ability. Yeah, you show your abilities.
Spar.
Hey, well, that's even better. That's
No, it
even
is.
better. Tryouts
It
are
is.
awesome, right? There's
Yeah.
no one gauging. I mean, you're just trying it out. So see
I
if
think
you got it.
I think you'll have the ability to spar if you want, but also it's not just to go down there to try out for the pros.
Yeah.
BKFC also has an amateur division that uses like MMA gloves. So you go down there, you try out, and they're like, "Hey, we'd like to try you out in our amateur division first." You know, that's an opportunity, because what it does is it kind of puts you on the radar of BKFC, and when the time comes that they want to pull you and put you into the pros, you're right there, and they already know about you.
Right.
Well, I'm not going in for that. But yeah, I feel you. I feel you though. That's a good option for motherfuckers.
Well, Viking, but you've got a ton of amateur experience
Yeah,
already.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I
but
already know what to expect going in there. You're talking basically to the guys that's going in there and they don't know what to expect. They don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? They're nervous. Like, don't be nervous. Just go in there just like another day at the gym and motherfucking give it your all. That's all you can do.
Yeah, and have fun. Enjoy the moment and enjoy the
Man.
opportunity.
I wish I was.
Facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not interested to get punched in the face. I know.
No, I'm trying to
Well, bare
like.
knuckle, right?
If there was
With a bare
kicks to
knuckle,
it.
that's another thing for me, man. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know how
Because
many
it's all
guys
nothing
would
but
want
hands.
to get hit in the face with a bare knuckle.
That's how I started,
That's
man.
how we did it in street
That's how I
fighting,
learned how to fight. Yeah, that's how I learned how to fight. So I'm not no punk when it comes down to it. Because anytime you gotta think about it. If you're in the street and anybody's trying to attack you or your family or a thing, you know what I'm saying? Don't think twice. You're gonna punch them in the fucking face. And that's how the fuck I am. I won't punch somebody in the face. So if I'm gonna punch somebody, I expect to get punched back. So that's just how I am. So I'm cool with it.
let's say this though. How are you preparing your fists though? Are you the guy
So
that's
I've been punching. So I joined the gym, Planet Fitness, right?
Yeah.
So Planet Fitness has
He's been punching well.
has a ab. So it has an ab bench that has 3 targets on it, metal targets, and I've been punching the shit out them targets. I've been doing my ab workouts and come up and bang 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 bang. Then I do my shit bang 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 bang, punching it all knuckle, making sure I'm holding my fist correctly, hitting
Yeah.
it all knuckle. You know, just practicing those aspects, little things. And then I've
Yeah.
been working my clinch work. You know what I'm saying? Just little things.
I
So
got
that's
this
what you.
vision of.
That's what I
I got this
recommend.
vision of
So
you.
they haven't kicked you out for like damaging the
The
machine?
the lunk
It's
alarm.
metal. How is it? How am I
Like,
damage it? It's metal. It's metal
just
targets.
them?
It's metal targets that I'm punching. Bung, bung, bung.
I
That's what
got
I'm
this.
doing.
I've had this vision since we've been here in BKFC, the bare knuckle stuff. I keep thinking that this is going back to the old ancient days where guys are like putting their hands inside of ice buckets and crush and punching rice and hitting glass, and I'm just like,
Nah, not no glass, but yeah, I hear you. I hear you. See, I don't want to get paid. You know what I'm saying? And I want to turn into professional boxing. So I want to turn professional at BKFC for well, you know, bare knuckle first, and then take my second professional bout into boxing. But I want to
yeah,
get started with bare knuckle. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Because it's motivating me and it's keeping me determined, and then
I think your
it's just start
style.
from there.
I think your style is going to be perfect for BKFC. To be honest, the way that you
Yeah, I
walk,
agree.
like
Mhm. I stand tall. I like to see punches. I fight for hands. So if you see, I'm a hand fighter. It's like when I'm confident, you know it. That's when I'm walking my opponent down and I'm right in front of him.
Yep. Yep. Well, I'm excited for the 6th, man. I really am. I can't wait to see what the training is like or the evaluation. Chris Lytle, he's going to be down there. I'm gonna talk with him again. I did that interview with him down in Florida that basically told everybody how to get involved with BKFC. But I
That
want
was
to
dope.
see him again, and yeah.
Well, you know what, guys? I tapped in a little late, and I don't know where we were. I know you guys were talking with Cheik when I got on. Did you guys go over anything with Scrapyard and what's coming up, or the
Nah. Go ahead.
event?
You could jump in with your program. The
Okay,
only thing
go
we did
ahead,
on your
Steve.
the only thing we did on your program was the Viking Warrior.
Okay, so Steve, what do we got coming up? What do we have next event day? Anything new? News? What do we got?
All right. Next event, April 20th. It's our 420 event. I don't know, but it's our 420 event, and we live in Washington, so take that how you
So
want to.
we're all gonna go smoke after the event. Get
Oh, we
high as
can't
fuck.
say that, but
We be
There's
smoking.
Before
That's
we
for
say
sure.
that,
Are we
you
gonna
know.
Are we gonna see crazy? Are we gonna see Crazy Legs fight at this next event?
I don't know if
Yeah.
his coach
No,
will let him or not.
I have a fight in May. So
In May?
probably not.
So
Yeah.
that might be okay then, because it's a 420 event.
If I only box, it'll be okay. If I only box, I'm pretty sure it'll be okay. But I'm
Cool.
not trying to get
Man,
another scratch in my face and have them bitch. So
So what I'm hearing is it's a possibility.
yeah, if it's box. We'll see.
Okay. Awesome. Well, we
Yeah.
I think we want to see that. It's been a while since we've seen you. Get
No,
in
I
there.
have. I fought like 3 months ago.
3 months
Y'all just
ago.
don't remember. Y'all
He
just don't remember.
fought.
No, 3
He
months
fought.
ago is a long
When
time.
he won. He fought when he won the fight of the year.
Yeah. Well, 3 months is a long time to me. I love to see him fight like he used to fight every month, every
I know.
You're a very entertaining fighter. So we
yeah,
appreciate that.
Feels it.
Scorpio wants to know what crazy outfit you're gonna wear for 420, and I'm also equally interested in what outfit you're gonna wear for 420.
I don't know. It comes to me, you know.
It's
Okay.
It
yeah.
might be some. I have a whole site of outfits to buy. It just depends on if I have the money to buy them.
Nice.
So we'll see.
Did we have anything else coming up, Steve? Did we got anything that you plan on?
So just the April 6th, that's going to be also, I've got a lot of female fighters that have hit me up wanting to wanting to sign up. So we are trying to build the female roster out here so that we can have our own division, and that way when they come out, you know, they're more likely to get fights. But yeah, that's one thing that we got going on.
Awesome.
We got May, I think it's May 25th, June 22nd, and then the 4-year anniversary is July 20th.
And we're gonna be planning some
we're gonna do
nice
some
things
big
for
shit for that one. Like I don't know what, but plan on being there for that one.
Right. I know we had potentially talked about sort of kind of like a reunion, like barbecue or something, picnic. That would be pretty awesome. I think if that can happen.
We were kind of thinking about doing that maybe the next day at a park. And
Yeah.
just maybe bringing some gloves and sparring and stuff, but you know, making it more like kind of
family friendly.
Families, that kind of stuff. Kids can run around and play everywhere, and we can grill up some food and punch each other in the face.
Yeah, that'd be good. Because I like to think that sometimes building a community such as what we got doesn't always have to depend on the business of it or the event of it. We can get together away from it and let our families enjoy what we do, right? Because sometimes they don't get to be a part of what we do because we're doing this on our own, or we're out, you know, at the events with our fighter crews or our boys, you know. So to have our wives or our children involved is pretty cool. I think to have something come up.
I really do. I said it earlier this year, and I want to really make a real effort this year to do more stuff, whether it's barbecues or whatever, you know, just get-togethers, you know, because
we need a night battle. That's what
we need a night fight. We do.
We've been talking night fight for a couple years now, right? Or maybe a year.
Yeah. He has the lights for it. He has the cameras. It's happening this year, Steve.
If we're going to do that, we're going to limit it to just having like a few fights because
just like 3 or 4. Like, that's all we need.
3 or 4. Set them up ahead of time. We kind of got to be quiet because, you know, like when it's summertime, it doesn't get dark till later. We don't want to be like really pissing the neighbors off to where they're calling the cops and stuff. So, you know what?
Yeah.
We'll get a few out of the way. And
right.
No, I agree.
On to the next piece. We had someone that last week we honored Top Knocker for being a matchmaker, and that took a little while. I think it took a lot of time for us. We didn't get finished until like 8:30 or something. I don't want this to run over too long this time. I know Viking has to go, but we were talking about honoring.
Oh,
where'd he go?
Maybe we could do this next Scrap Talk.
Yeah,
plan for it better. That way we give our guests more time to be able to talk and all that, you know.
And you guys
shout out Mandy Bear. I see you on here.
Shout out.
Yeah. But I will say though that in the next event when we do an honor, we should probably limit the time. Let's make sure that they get on. We get a few questions and honor those guys, and we move on.
9 Ether's coming back to fight here.
9 Ether, baby. What's up, my G?
Either like a month or 2 from now. So
nice. What else do we got? We got let's talk a little bit. Let me get this out the way. I like to always make sure that we're talking a little bit about the mental health piece of what we do and how we can go about it. So what I've been doing lately is I've been really studying how these things operate. And a lot of it is the neuroscience of depression that I've been reading about. And a lot of people don't understand how this comes to be. So I wanted to explain the absence of feelings and emotion, right? And what that looks like. Because a lot of times we don't want to tap into our feelings. We don't want to express our emotions. So we ball it up and it's held in until that moment of crash, right? And again, rest in peace, Jay Gotham. I think he's a prime example that we can continue to use for our lives. Rest in peace, him, and we love you, and we always will. I think
Jay.
That was the lead of the way for understanding that allowing yourself to hold back your feelings and hold back your emotions, and then letting it fester so long that you explode, and then you act in a certain mannerism. We need to start recognizing. We always talk about they can talk to us, they can reach out to us. But we need to start being more aware and recognizing when those people are going through that around us. And let's tap into it. You know, let's make sure that we're there for them, right?
For sure,
But
yeah.
also being more aware and recognizing, and then understanding also treatments, because we always talk about how we could help, how we could tap in, or having them to talk to. But there's a lot of treatments that are out here for depression. And I'm not talking go to a treatment center and go to these AAU type, you know, AA type meeting things or anything. I'm just talking to someone who is professional at dealing with these things. I encourage guys that are dealing with stuff to talk to professionals, because it doesn't mean that you're screwed up in the brain. It doesn't mean that you're a bad person. It just means that you're willing to be honest with who you are and what you're going through, and that you're willing to talk to someone on a professional level who can help you understand what you're going through. Because I don't think we always understand what we're going through. But I wanted to talk about that. That was a big piece of what I've been learning about it, and the chemical piece of it, right? Because when you're dealing with depression, you're lacking a lot of efficiency, or call it deficiency, in the mental and the brain, right? Certain things like getting iodine to the brain, or, you know, proper blood flow or oxygen. When we're having anxiety or we're dealing with these things, we lack the blood flow, which is caused by a lot of times not having enough oxygen to the brain. And so I deal with sleep apnea, so I can imagine what somebody who's that depressed is going through and what's happening in their brain. So I think it's important just to bring those type of things out. So the neurons in our brain are something that we have to keep active. So training is a good way of working those neurons. Talking to people is always great, but just exercising is really cool. So anyway, I just wanted to tap into that. Again, rest in peace, Jay, and all you guys out there that are dealing with suffering from mental health, whether that be depression, anxiety disorders, or whatnot. Just remember, there's always some way to learn about it, read about it, and understand what you're going through.
Yeah.
Facts.
You're never alone. Someone said.
Yes. Smile when you're angry. That's what I try to do.
Yeah.
I start laughing like fucking Joker and shit. Like, y'all better get away from me. Woo! Hey, I love y'all. Gotta go. Have a blessed day. Hope everybody stays safe.
You got a quick shout out to anything or anyone before you leave?
Shit, I don't need no shout outs. Everybody know I love everybody. I love my kids. I love my wife. And I love my life. Let's get it.
Let's get it.
Y'all have a blessed day.
You too, bro. See you on the 6th, man.
Y'all. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Awesome.
Oh, your shout outs now, Crazy Legs, but don't try to end the show like last week when we were like, hey, do your shout outs, and then you just like ended the show.
Okay. What's it? Shout out to my cats. Like they're cute. I fuck with them. They're my children. For at least a good 5 years, because I don't want any human kid. Because fuck them kid. I'll give it to you, Steve.
Shout out to Mandy Bear. Always gotta give her a shout out. Shout out to everybody that helps out with the Scrapyard at the events, in the group, keeps the wheel rolling, keeps making this thing, something that we can all keep coming back to. So Thanks everybody for that. Thank you for everybody that watches too, the fans, the positive fans, the ones that contribute in a positive way, that come in here and say good things and build up the fighters, Hold on. There we go. Shout out to you guys, and yeah, shout out to my teammates here, Viking Warrior, Crazy Legs, and LB3.
Right on. Well, I want to just shout out again. I know this fight week I wasn't able to make it because we were celebrating my 19-year anniversary, and we've been married for a long time. Shout out to my wife. She did tell me that morning, she said, or the night before, she said, if you want to go, you can go, but sometimes I just got to say no and be with the wife, especially in a moment and occasion like that. So, like I said, shout out to my wife. I love her. I love her for what she does and supporting me. Shout out to my kids. They're great children. Shout out to Benavides Boxing, who's opening doors for some of the guys. And again, guys, if you're out there and you want to get some training, you want to come to Benavides, you want to get things going with the boxing, you're open, you're welcome. We can make that happen. Talk to myself or Steve, Firechicken. Shout out to Peixoto, because I still rock with Peixoto. I might not do all the same things I used to do, but shout out to those guys. Shout out to Cleveland football, my football team. Just wanted to get that. And then mainly one thing that I feel like we got to make sure we always do is shout out to Heart in the Fight for allowing us and putting this thing together. So shout out to you guys.
Bezo and Daniel, you guys are awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate it so much. And if that's nothing else,
I got a guest lined up. We're not going to say who yet, but I got a guest lined up for next week. So you guys are going to not want to miss that one for sure.
It's gonna be amazing.
It's
when
gonna
do we have our next podcast? What date is it? Do you guys know?
Exactly 2 weeks from today. So I actually think it's
What day is
9th.
that?
It's the 9th.
All right, so guys, tap into Scrapyard season 2, episode 3.
Episode 4.
Episode 4. Episode 4. Scraptalk.
We're gonna
on April 9th.
Yep, we're gonna talk about the BKFC thing, the aftermath of it, how that all went, and we're gonna talk with our special guest, and I'm sure we'll have a lot of other stuff to talk about. So,
all right. Well, tune in next time, guys. We appreciate you for watching. Again, bros, I love you guys for being with me and hanging as a crew. Scrap Talk season 2. Appreciate you.